Hello, everybody. Welcome to a live match reaction immediately following Leeds United's 2-1 defeat at home to Everton. We're live right now on YouTube and Facebook, so if you are tuning in, then thank you very much. Make sure to give us a like, share, and get all your comments in on that game. I'm Ed McIntyre, and joining me remotely, of course, is my podcast co-host, Charles Foster. Charles, hello, mate.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm all in all, I'm well, but after that game, I'm a bit disappointed, really.
Well, that's it. It's just a little bit gutting initially, but I'm sure we'll get over it. I'm just going to move on and try and get some out of Palace.
Yeah, is that the feeling after that game tonight? Just disappointment, because we did enough, didn't we, to get at least a point from the game, but to eventually just lose 2-1, and some things just didn't go our way. Is that the feeling? Just disappointment and frustration?
I felt a draw would have been the fair result. I think we just couldn't get the equaliser, couldn't force our way through in that second half, despite a lot of really quite good play. I thought we were particularly poor in the first half, giving away a lot of cheap possession and cheap turnovers and not defending properly. But yeah, I thought second half was excellent. I thought we were just a bit unlucky.
Yeah, certainly. We were really poor in that first half, but that second half performance did deserve Leeds United a point, really. I thought we were great in that first half, and it was a fantastic game as well. Overall, it was a very entertaining, end-to-end, plenty of chances. There could have been plenty of goals, but of course it ended up being 2-1. But I know it was a very entertaining game, I felt, and for the neutral, it would have been fantastic for them. But yeah, for us Leeds United fans, it was quite disappointing in the end. We did deserve a point, but it was just one of those nights, wasn't it, in the end, Charles? It was cold, it was wet, and some things went forwards and quite a lot went against us in the evening.
Yeah, I don't want to blame outside factors, because ultimately I think you're responsible for your own performance. And I thought we just didn't defend properly for either of the goals we conceded. And if you give a team that want to play defensively and counter-attacking like Everton a 2-goal head start, you're really going to struggle in a game. So I thought that's what we did. So, but I do feel a little bit aggrieved. But these things happen.
Yeah, of course, the first game playing on the new pitch that we have that we bought off Tottenham Hotspur. How do you feel the pitch played? Do you think it made much of a difference tonight?
I thought it was like an ice rink, to be honest, mate. I thought it was a proper slip and slide.
Yeah,
I don't know what. I mean, I don't know whether it's the weather, with it being winter, or just the players not wearing decent enough boots or whatever it is. I thought it was our players and Everton's players were slipping all over the place. I thought it was really poor, but
players slipping all over the place. It was like we were playing on the ice rink just next door, wasn't it?
I think it's just down to the drainage system, to be honest. I think it's not letting enough water out of the pitch. We know how old the drainage system is, but I don't want to blame that, to be honest, because I thought there was various other factors responsible for us losing the game.
Yeah. Of course, don't blame the pitch. It will take time for players to adjust, but I feel as though we adjusted as the game went on. Really, we were brilliant in that second half. We were able to play our own game again, which was pleasing, because against Brighton we weren't really at our best, but tonight I felt as though we were playing some nice football. And but no, the poor home form continues. Can you see the home form improving at any point?
Yeah, when fans return. Honestly, if the Premier League said tomorrow, would you like to play the rest of your season away from home? I'd think everyone associated with Leeds will snap their hands off.
Yeah, I actually look forward to away games a lot more than home games, but hopefully that changes soon. But no, I mean, I think fans would have made a difference massively tonight. When we got that goal early in the second half, I feel if Leeds fans are just on it as they usually are after that goal, then it really would have made a difference. But yeah, as we say, awful in the first half. The defense was just non-existent at times, really. Everton had plenty of chances. They could have gone into half-time well ahead, but of course it was only 2-0 at half-time. Their first goal came just after 9 minutes. Richarlison winning the ball in midfield for Everton, giving the ball to Andre Gomez. He played it out to the left to Digne. He delivered a low cross, and then Sigurdsson, no one saw the run of Sigurdsson, and he just walked through and tapped it in. It was a really poor goal and really poor defending to concede this.
It was shocking for a number of reasons. Let's start off with the earliest bit in the move. Not closing down the cross, getting anywhere near close enough. Then, as the ball comes in, Struijk has the opportunity to cut it out straight away, chooses to leave it, and I think it's Cooper. Is it Cooper and Ayling who were in the middle?
Yeah,
I'm struggling to remember. I think is it Cooper and Ayling? Yeah, neither of them. Sigurdsson is running straight through the pair of them. All one of them has to do is track his run.
Yeah,
and it might end up in a last-ditch tackle, but it would stop a simple tapping like that. That was such a simple, cheap goal to give away.
Yeah, and I mean, even if you concede a penalty, just to have some effort, just try and win the ball back, because it was literally they were just stood there ball watching, and Sigurdsson just ran through easily and tapped in, and their second goal just before half time. The set piece issues continue. It seems. The corner went in. Godfrey headed on to the far post, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin headed home for Everton. Set piece problems continue, Charles.
I mean, I've got to blame Luke Ayling again for this one. I think Ayling's probably responsible for. I think the first one is Struijk not clearing his lines, because I think he has the perfect opportunity just to step out and intercept the ball as it comes in. For the second one, all right, you might lose to Ben Godfrey in the air. He's a big lad, and it is a corner, but to not track the run of Calvert-Lewin at all at the back post is ludicrous. It's really, really shocking. I'll say shocking. I wasn't going to say that. It was just not great. And then it's 2, and then you're really struggling. I thought it was great that we got our goals straight after half time. I thought we'd then crack and push on, and we did push on, but we just couldn't quite get through.
Yeah, it's always hard when you 2-0 down heading into the second half. It's always quite difficult. But Leeds had the chances in the first half. Alioski hit the post with a fantastic effort from a corner, hitting it on the volley first time. But now Leeds, of course, got to go back 3 minutes into the second half. Rafinha with a goal here, and this was a lovely finish from Rafinha, wasn't it?
It was just a bit of chaos, really. It was getting the ball in Everton's box and none of them really clearing their lines. I mean, Jack Harrison kind of shields the ball. Bamford spots that he's in a bad position, but that Rafinha's, basically open, and he just lays it off for him. And it's just one of those lovely kind of side foot finishes. Rafinha does them a lot. These kind of picking your sweet spot, picking the perfect point in the goal, just to place it past the keeper. I think his other goal against Everton in the away game, I think he's one against Newcastle. Just him picking the perfect spot, just guiding it into the corner. I thought it was the same. He sees, he opens up his body, sees the spot, the far post, and just slots it in. It's just a great finish.
Yeah, fantastic finish, and Rafinha seems to like scoring against Everton, and hopefully that form continues. But no, Leeds kept on piling on pressure. It was a great response from Leeds United. I don't know what Marco Bielsa said to the players at halftime, but he certainly said something. All right, yeah, that's in relation to the BT Sport commentators. Leon Osmond, the co-commentator, calling Marcel Bielsa Marco Bielsa, persistent with it. Like you would have thought BT would have just said something in his ear, or the commentator just turns to him and goes, "It's actually Marcelo, mate." But kept on calling him Marco for some reason, which really, really annoyed me. But no, Leeds piling on the pressure. Stuart Dallas delivered a great ball into Bamford, and his header hit the crossbar. There was also a moment where Olsen, who's covering Everton in goal for the injured Jordan Pickford, he saved about 5 efforts in the space of 10 seconds, and he left you wishing that Pickford was actually in goal.
There was one point, because Olsen saves the initial shot. I think it's off Click, and he kind of doesn't get hold of it, and it kind of ricochets up to Rafinha, and Rafinha has the opportunity to kind of hit it first time, and I firmly believe if he'd have hit it first time, it would have gone in. And he takes the touch, which just takes him too wide. And by the time he takes the shot, Olsen's up and recovers and saves it. So I think he just hits it first time he scores there. Harrison obviously gets the other rebound. It's a good effort. It's one of, it's outside of his left foot, but it's just too central. And Olsen makes the save again. I think that was probably the best opportunity. That kind of frantic that frantic kind of 20 seconds was the best opportunity of the whole game. If we were going to get the equaliser, it would have been then.
Yeah, absolutely. After that moment, you're thinking, how have we not scored there? And you just had in the back of your mind, this is not going to be our night. And it ended up not being our night. Dominic Calvert-Lewin had a really good chance to wrap the game up for Everton when they hit on the break. Pablo Hernandez giving the ball away to Corey, just going on the run. Gives it to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And one-on-one with Meslier. And he produces a great save, does Meslier. Meslier, fantastic goalkeeper, as we was to keep on mentioning. Leeds had a really good chance at the end of the game. Right at the end of added time, Tyler Roberts with the ball, loads of space in the box, and he blasts it over. And this was so annoying because he had so much time and space in the box. Why is he taking that shot?
I think if he takes a touch there, he probably gets closed down, but got to have more composure than that.
Yeah.
It was just, it was gutting, but I'm not going to blame that entire loss on Tyler Roberts missing a 96th minute chance. I thought Costa was woeful, to be honest. Once again, didn't think.
And Pablo Hernandez
wasn't great, but he did have that one bit where he laid in that really fast through ball which Rafinha dummied and it went straight to Bamford, and Bamford's touch was just slightly too heavy. I think if Bamford gets a better touch on that, he turns and he's only got Mina and the keeper to beat. And I'm not saying he would have scored, but I definitely think he would have forced a good save at least out of Olsen. It's just disappointing. I'm pleased that Olsen got booked for time wasting though. I thought he did absolutely tons of it.
Yeah, referees actually booking players for time wasting, which is a nice for a change compared to EFL officials. But no, it just wasn't Leeds United's night at the end. Pablo Hernandez, came on. Was it a little too late for Pablo Hernandez, or is Pablo Hernandez just not the same as he once was?
I think it was probably about 10 minutes too late. I think he probably should have come on when Roberts came on. I think Roberts should have come on when Hernandez came. I think Pablo probably needed another 10 minutes or so, but we threw everything at it. It just wasn't working. I don't know if Rodrigo would have made a difference tonight. I think we also would have missed him. And I didn't think Click had a great game. I thought he was a bit leggy and a bit fatigued. And there was a couple of times where we got into decent positions and Click gave the ball away. From the odd dodgy pass. I do think we missed Rodrigo.
Yeah, I think we missed Rodrigo and his attacking presence because I thought we were way too defensive in midfield for me. And Calvin Phillips was having an awful game as well. I do feel as though we missed Rodrigo tonight. And I think if you have Rodrigo in position that Tyler Roberts was in, then I think we probably do something better there. Click, I thought it was better than what he's been the past few weeks, but again he wasn't great. And but you just hope now with Rodrigo injured, which is unfortunate, that Click, he gets a run of games and he gets his rhythm going again.
Yeah, that is the hope. Of course, I don't want any Leeds player to do badly at all, and I want them all to do great. But I think Click is in a bad vein of form. I think Costa's in a really bad vein of form, and you just got to hope I don't know about Costa, but Click will just have to play himself out of that vein of form because I get the feeling that Rodrigo's probably going to be gone a few weeks with whatever kind of muscle strain he's got. I think it's muscle strain anyway. Obviously, we've not had it confirmed yet. But yeah, he's just going to have to just play his way out of it. I think we know there is a good player in there. We've seen it many, many times. He just needs to get out of whatever kind of bad funk he's in at the moment.
Yeah, it certainly does. And hopefully Leeds United kick on from this and bounce back because it's a disappointing night. Just didn't go our way, and 2-1 loss at home to Everton, and our good record against Everton is no more. So it's back to the drawing board for Leeds United. We of course move on to Crystal Palace at home on Monday night. Now Palace have won their last two games, winning 1-0 at Wolves. At home to Wolves and then winning 2-1 away at Newcastle. Crystal Palace in decent form. Leeds United need to bounce back on Monday. What are your thoughts heading into Monday's game, Charles?
I hope we don't end up doing what we did last time, which is,
lose 4-1.
lose 4-1 from the start, but get a really bad refereeing decision and then just not push on and end up capitulating through basic errors. I think we just want to cut basic errors out. They not marking people properly. They're not cutting things out. They're cutting dangerous things out, and I think we can get something from the game because we're going to have a standard Zaha diving for 90 minutes, so we're just going to put up with that one. But I really hope we don't get screwed over by VAR once again with another T-shirt offside.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. But there's something in the game for Leeds on Monday, and we certainly do need to bounce back. And it's a game at home against a team who are in around us. We're above Crystal Palace. Are we? I think we're above Crystal Palace. But no, we definitely need to get something from the game, at least a point on Monday at home. But no, Leeds are still comfortable in mid-table. We're 11th after Southampton's 9-0 loss last night, so we've jumped above them on goal difference. So we're 11th and 15 points above the drop zone. So I don't think we can bother. We don't need to bother looking backwards now. But does that loss tonight, Charles, cement our place in mid-table?
I wouldn't say cemented it. I think we've got our ceiling, and I think I can't see us breaking into the top 10 this season. To be honest, I really hope we don't drop down. I really hope we just stay where we are. But
yeah,
I won't say it's cemented it because you can't cement a final league position with 18 games to go or whatever we've got. There's a lot of football to be played.
Yeah,
I do think we've got our ceiling, and I think it's potentially that we're going to need a few additions to push on. And like Rodgers says, in the next 3 to 5 years, if we want to, stray into the top 6, I think we need a few extra players.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the defeat tonight shows whereabouts we are. As you say, we have our ceiling now. Because before this game, you were going into it thinking, well, Everton are being talked about, getting a Champions League place, and we're 4 points behind them. So if we win tonight, we're 1 point behind them. We could push for a Europa League place potentially. But no, I think the defeat tonight kind of shows where we're at really, and if we do want to make that next step, then we do need a lot more additions, and I think that it will be a busy summer at Leeds United. But now 15 points above the drop zone still, more than halfway through the season. We will be fine. We should be fine, and we don't need to look behind us. We just need to look ahead to next season now and look ahead to the summer really. But a disappointing defeat for Leeds United tonight, losing 2-1 at home to Everton. But no, Crystal Palace on Monday at home. We just need to move on, and hopefully we can bounce back there. But we'll wrap the stream up there. Charles, thank you very much for joining me as always, mate.
No problem, mate.
I can see you're tired, so I'm going to let you go and get to bed for work in the morning. But no, thank you for joining me, and thank you as well to everyone who has tuned in. We really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed them, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. You know what to do. And until next time, take care, and